Magandang hapon po at nandito naman po tayo at muling nagbabalik dito sa ating coverage, special coverage para po sa wake ni Secretary Robredo na ginagawa po ngayon sa Malacanang. Nandito po tayo ngayon, kasama natin ngayon si Kirby at si Sandro para po samahan tayo sa special coverage na ito bilang pagpupugay po sa ating napakahusay na DILG Secretary Robredo.
Magandang hapon sa iyo, Atty. JJ.
Magandang hapon, Kirby.
Yun nga, nasabi kanina na si Secretary Jessie ay isang Lasalista, isang Lasallian. Kasi yung graduate nga siya ng De La Salle University and 2 degree pa ng engineering ang kanyang, he graduated from 2 degrees of engineering. Pakita naman natin na talagang ako as a Lasallian din ako, then we can see that he embodies the true Lasallian spirit. He's a genuine Lasallian leader, and then talagang yung faith, service, and community, it's always above himself. And that, I guess nakikita natin yan ngayon na like with how everyone parang sees him now that he's gone. Everyone appreciates how he served the people and how he was so loyal to the community.
That's right, and I think itong mga taong ito, no, ultimong mga estudyante, they cannot help but give credence to the man who has inspired them in their daily lives. No?
Second Attorney JJ, hindi lang sa mga Lasalista, no? Among other students na katulad ko as PUP yan, napakalaking tulong ni DILG Secretary Robredo sa pag-empower or pag-enhance ng mga isip ng mga kabataan kung paano maging tunay na leader ng bansa, paano magserbisyo ng tama sa pamahalaan, at yung maging inspirasyon ka lang bilang isang tunay na tao, napakalaking bagay para sa mga kabataan.
Tama yan, ano. Ito, alam nyo kasi itong si Secretary Robredo, napakarami niyang na-inspire na tao, ano. Hindi lamang sa mga kapwa niya government officials, kung hindi pati mga ordinaryong mamamayan. Kitang-kita natin yung suporta na ibinigay sa kanya at yung mga pagpupugay na ibinigay sa kanya. Kita naman natin, ano, magmula pa lang dun sa Naga City, hanggang dito naman sa Merojas Boulevard, kakaiba yung ibinigay na pagsaludo sa ating isang napakahusay na leader. And as in fact, alam niyo ba na first time na magkaroon ng wake o burol dito sa Malacanang, and this state funeral is usually reserved for presidents, for the Senate President, for higher ranking officials lang talaga. But because Secretary Robredo is a man who has achieved so much in a short span of time of serving the national government, this was willingly and voluntarily conferred upon him.
Yes. Well, I guess parang nakilala rin siya sa pag-serve niya sa local government sa Naga nga kasi he reformed the city of Naga talaga. As in, it was like one of the best cities in Asia because of what Secretary Robredo did during that time. And it was a good thing that he was acknowledged by the higher people and he was given a chance to serve for the national government
yes,
also.
Sandra, because alam nyo ba dati ang Naga City daw ay punong-puno yan ng red light district, ano pa, mga sugalan, ang kagaya ng what you call this, wetting. Oo, but when he stepped in for 18 years, ang bilis niyang nalinis yan, and he was able to generate enough participation from his constituents. Yun ang kagilagilalas doon, ano? Dahil napakahirap po nagisingin yung ating mga kababayan para sumama at humikayat ng mga tao para gumalaw. And yet, Secretary Robredo did this single-handedly in Naga City and even propelled it as one of the best Asian cities, di ba?
Tama. Makikita mo naman, Atty. JJ, yung pakikidalamhati ng mga tao, mga kababayan ni Secretary Robredo, saka yung constant change sa buong Naga, kung ano yung nagawa niya. Kasi hindi ka naman mamahalin ng taong bayan kung hindi ka nakatulong at nakapagpabago, di ba, sa sarili mong bayan at sa buong sambayanan na rin.
Ayun nga. Na-mention niya nga, attorney, na he was leading a fight against wetting.
That's
This
right.
was something that was very close to him na talagang even when people didn't want to bring up the issue because it was a dying issue, he was still there to fight against wetting talaga.
It's because we know na may mga anomalya at may mga dapat linisin sa bawat local government unit. It's just a matter, I think, of acknowledging that it exists and that we need to do something about it. What's very, very admirable kay Secretary Robredo ay hindi niya pinapangalandakan itong mga ginagawa niyang programa. Instead, he's trying to encourage everyone to put their 10 cents of worth of effort, kahit gaano kaliit yan, kahit magtapon ka lang ng candy wrapper sa tamang basurahan. napakalaking bagay para sa kanya yan. And I think, because of this, whatever happened, napakalungkot man po ng pangyayari, sa palagay ko ay dapat na sikapin natin na gawin pa rin yung example na iniwan sa atin ni Secretary Robredo.
Dahil nga rin sa mga kaibigan, Atty. JJ at Sandro, makikita nyo naman na galing mismo sa bibig ng kanyang mga kaibigan kung gaano siya kasimpleng tao, gaano siya maging kaibigan, at paano siya mag-serve. Kasi di ba nanggagaling na sa kanila na si Secretary Robredo, kahit simpleng pananamit lang, pero as he performs yung kanyang trabaho is he has a very good sense of yung direction, di ba? Kung paano niya ipo-provide yung tamang gawain, yung mga tamang dapat gawin. Diba?
I think it's because of his attitude, that he doesn't need to prove anything. He doesn't need to prove that he is good or he is the one who excels. I think para sa kanya ang importante ay yung mabigyan ng inspirasyon yung ibang tao and to help other people achieve also. And I think that's a mark of a very good leader.
And then it's like the impact na he puts with the people, he has on the people. Kasi kung makita natin, minsan mababasa ko sa Twitter or sa whatever social media, sinasabi nila na they weren't able to personally meet Secretary Robredo, pero once they've heard about those things that he has done, they are also inspired to become a good leader like he was.
That's right.
So, ako ma-share ko lang, Atty. JJ, when I was still outside, nag-field report pa ako, I was with Secretary Robredo in Bulacan. Nagkaroon kasi ng matinding pagbaha dyan of bagyo nga. And napaka-balance. Kasi imbis na local government unit muna yung nandoon para umasiste, yung presence niya as a DILG secretary is ipinakita niya sa taong bayan na hindi natutulog ang pamahalaan para hindi kayo tulungan, tugunan kung ano mga kapangangailangan nyo. He is the first na nagbigay ng kung ano ba yung mga dapat sa mga evacuees, kung siya yung mismo tumatawag kung ano yung dapat.
Kirby, Sandro, puntahan muna natin ngayon si Cathy San Gabriel live sa Malacanang. Cathy?
Attorney JJ, nagsisidatingan na dito sa Kalayaan Grounds sa Malacanang ang mga opisyales ng DILG na dating sinasakupan ni Secretary Robredo para magbigay pugay sa huling pagkakataon sa kanilang yumaong leader. Alauna hanggang alas 3 ngayong hapon ang schedule ng memorial service na isasagawa ng Department of Interior and Local Government at mga attached agencies nito ng League of Provinces, League of Municipalities, League of Cities at Liga ng mga barangay. Namataan natin si Undersecretary Rico Puno ng DILG at si PNP Chief Director General Nicanor Bartolome, mga opisyal ng PNP, Bureau of Fire Protection at BJMP at mga local government leaders. Sa ngayon ay puno na ang loob ng Kalayaan Hall, Attorney JJ, at hanggang dito sa grounds ng Kalayaan ay nag-set up na ng tents at mga monoblock chairs para ma-accommodate ang iba pang mga kasali sa service ngayong hapon. Matapos nito ay bandang alas 3:15 hanggang alas 4:15 ngayong hapon ay magkakaroon naman ng memorial service na inisponsor ng Urban Poor Groups. 4:30 hanggang 5:30 PM naman ay may memorial service na gagawin naman ng Kaya Natin Movement na tinulungang buuin ng yumaong Secretary Robredo. Alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ay magkakaroon ng misa handog sa yumaong DILG Secretary at alas 7 hanggang alas 11 ng gabi ay bubuksan ang grounds ng Malacanang para sa publiko na nais magbigay pugay at makidalamhati sa pamilyang iniwan ng yumaong DILG Secretary. Ang inyong nakikita sa inyong mga TV screens ay ang video natin, live po yan mula sa loob ng Kalayaan Hall ng Malacanang at gaya nga ng aking nasabi, puno na po ang loob nitong Kalayaan Hall at hanggang dito sa grounds ay meron ng mga nakaset up na mga chairs and tents para po dito sa mga nais dumalaw dito sa kay DILG Secretary Jessie Robredo. Hanggang linggo, Attorney JJ, mananatili dito ang mga labi ng yumaong kalihim bago ibalik sa Naga City kung saan siya ililibing. Yan muna ang latest mula dito sa Kalayaan Hall sa Malacanang. Back to you.
Maraming salamat, Cathy San Gabriel. Nandito naman po tayo. Pakinggan natin ang report ni Mr. Freddy Abando. Meron po siyang special report para sa atin on the field. Sir
Thank
Freddy?
you very much, JJ. You know, when you speak about Secretary Robredo, kaya pinakamamahal siya ng ating mga kababayan because if you look at the history of Secretary Robredo, it's something that yung mga public service natin should emulate. You know, when he was first elected as the mayor of Naga City in 1988, one of the major accomplishments of the secretary ay yung pagtatatag ng zone of peace. Because if you try to look at the history of Naga City and Camarines Sur at that time, it was the hotbed of the insurgency, and 3 of the top commanders of the National People's Army were from Naga City. And because of this has been replicated as a policy of the president's late mother, former President Corazon Aquino, wherein zones of peace have been established as the peace talks happened at that time. If you remember, JJ, siguro yung peace talks were initiated by the president's late mother with the Communist Party of the Philippines, and if you remember that, the first members of the panel at that time of the government was the late Speaker Ramon Mitra. And of course, on the other side was the late Antonio Tony Sumel ng National Democratic Front, and of course, former Congressman Saturo Campo and the wife Carolina Malay at that time. Of course, it did not make progress, pero nakita natin that with the example na generated by Secretary Robredo as a mayor establishing a zone of peace, the president also made a proclamation that in different areas where the insurgency was a problem at that time was established, and very close to that ay yung probinsya ng Samar. Alam naman natin noon na ang Samar has been the laboratory of the New People's Army at that time. Pero dala ng ginawa ni